Williams from the corner. Oh, he can knock down threes, Kenny. Now he's going to go back door. Oh, what a feed. Feed to Ume, who goes up for the slam. Devin Lilly drives, pulls up, fires home a two. I'll tell you, man, you cannot underestimate the hustle this big man gives you. Strap in your seatbelts, ladies and gentlemen. Hang on.
Hello and welcome to the 2022-2023 Chippewa Valley Cable Television Basketball Preview Show. I'm your host, Brad Fetters. On this episode, we'll take a look at the girls and boys basketball programs at both of our district high schools, Chippewa Valley and Dakota. We recently caught up with the coaches and captains of the team to hear their thoughts on the upcoming season and what it might take to compete for league titles. So let's get started. We tip off our coverage with the Chippewa Valley girls team. The Big Reds finished last season with a 3-17 record and a MAC Blue Division mark of 2-8. They fell short in the first round of the district playoffs to Lance Cruz. Jackie Mauer's squad will once again play out of the MAC Blue, which saw a biannual realignment. Lakeview, Fraser, and Lakeshore are out and replaced by the Stevenson Titans, Marysville Vikings, and the South Lake Cavaliers. The Lance Cruz Lancers and Cousino Patriots join Chippewa Valley as teams that will remain in the MAC Blue. We recently went out to a Chippewa Valley practice to catch up with the team as they prepared for opening night.
Last year was a rough year. We struggled. We struggled to score. We struggled to put the ball in the basket.
We went 3-17. We just wasn't working together as a team.
We didn't end with a record we wanted. I don't think we had the work ethic that we do this season.
We had a lot of new varsity level players that hadn't played at that level before.
I feel like we had our good moments and our bad moments. This year I'm hoping we can improve and have better moments than bad.
I'm hoping this year is better. That's one of our main goals, is to make sure that we don't have a repeat of what happened last season. Last year we finished 5th out of 6 teams in our division, so this year one of our main goals is to be at least 3rd or higher.
I'm hoping it's nothing like last year. We all play to win and we help each other and just play our best.
So this year we have a better team chemistry, The seniors this year, they know what happened last year, just to learn from that and know that we need to step up more than we did last year.
The expectations are that we are going to show up to practice every day ready to work.
No exceptions. You walk in the door and it's team first mindset versus me first, and just giving your best effort every day. Be better today than you were the day before.
To contend for the MAC Blue, we're going to have to show up every day, every game, ready to work, play defense, and score.
I think it's going to take just everyone putting in 100%. Even if there's a bad day, just putting in all that you got at practice.
We play as a team. We don't push each other down. We pick each other up. We recover from our mistakes, and we just give it our all.
Defensively, we need to be better in all areas. Offensively, we need to find ways to put the ball in the basket. They've had the right mindset coming in, so as long as they continue to stay positive and we can move in the right direction if they're willing to put the work in.
I think Coach brings a lot to the table, She puts her heart and soul to this team.
No matter what, she comes in with a good attitude, ready for us to work.
She expects the best out of us, and I feel like she expects us to practice like it's a game, and when we do something wrong, she tells us what we could do better to improve.
Paige Majorana is a 3-year varsity player. She's a 2-year starter. She's been a 2-year captain. So she's someone that just brings leadership on the floor, off the floor. Savannah King, also a 2-year varsity player. We saw her come on strong last year towards the end of the season. So we're hoping for her to continue where she left off and just get stronger as the season progresses. And then our third starter, Jordan Monroe, she was hurt for a good portion of the year last year. So this year we're expecting her to, do a little bit more for us offensively, hit some shots. Defensively, she's, pretty tough. She's not going to back down.
Being in Chippewa Valley Big Red means a lot to me, especially this as my last year of high school. I just want to make this the best mark that I can on my high school career.
I played here, so it just brings me back. When I had the opportunity to come back and coach, it meant a lot for me to be able to coach at the school that I graduated from.
Every team I've been on here is felt like a family, not just a team.
When I wear this jersey, I am proud to wear it. I feel like our school is a good school, and playing on a varsity team, I feel like it's an honor to do that.
It's important to build a program and to try to bring girls in that have a love of the game and have a passion and want to just continue to get better.
Plenty of opportunities to see your Lady Big Reds in action all season long right here on Chippewa Valley Cable Television. Scheduled televised games include the January 13th matchup against Southlake, a January 17th tilt with the Lancers of L'Anse Creuse, and a game against Marysville on January 25th. Chippewa Valley will look to build on last season and improve on their win total from a season ago. Our coverage continues now with the Dakota girls basketball team. The Cougars wrapped up last year with an overall record of 17-5. Their 8-2 record in the MAC Red was one game short of Grosse Pointe North for the league title. The Cougars once again competed for a district championship, but fell short to the L'Anse Creuse North Crusaders in the title game. Legendary head coach Phil McCune is back at the helm of Dakota after notching his 300th win last season as coach of the Cougars. Here's what he and his players had to say as they head into the regular season.
Last year I thought we had a really successful season. We had 8 seniors, and I really think they held us together. They really made us a team.
At 17-5 I feel pretty happy, but we came back with no championship, so that was probably the most frustrating thing about it. We were right there in both the district final and the MAC Red.
Last year we had a lot of chemistry with the team. There was a lot of adversity, but this year it's different. We're more connected.
My expectations for this year's team is unity and togetherness with this team, and hopefully growth.
I want to get further than we did last year. I want to win more games.
Our expectations this year is to come to practice every day, work hard, be ready on time, and to be ready for the finals.
We need to outwork every team we play. That's what it comes down to. I think we're going to be a team that if you look at us now versus towards the end, you're going to look at it and then we're going to be a totally different team at that time. We're just going to grow into the season, learn from our mistakes, and get better every day.
To compete in the MAC Red, I think we're just going to have to stay a family. We're going to have to do what we do. We're going to have to work hard at practice. We're going to all just have to stay together as one.
There's going to be some off days for us and some good days, but we have to stay together.
We're young. We lost 8 seniors from last year's group. Some of our younger players, we got to get them up to speed a little bit, but we bring back some good core people, and Simone Andrews and Tambry Williams. Having their leadership's going to help us a lot.
It's going to take a lot of hard work and dedication.
Energy and coming together as one, for sure, as a family.
Confidence, chemistry, being loud on the court, communication, defense.
Anybody that's in the MAC Red, they're battle tested usually. Gary Bennett's team, Grosse Pointe North, they're always in it every year. We know they're going to have battles there. They bring back their whole starting lineup, and they won the MAC Red last year. So Grosse Pointe South will be tough. L'Anse Creuse North moving up. They've got some good returning players coming back too. The whole league, there's no easy games whatsoever. So we look forward to it. Tegan Malloy is highly respected within our program. She's been through a lot in her life. She's somebody that we think is a good leader. She leads by example. India Reese, she's a vocal leader. She tells the girls what they need to know, whether they like to hear it or not. And then Tambry and Simone are similar. They're more quiet leaders. They lead by example on the floor.
Coach McCune, you know, he's family too. He brought us all together.
Things he brings to the table is talking to the team, getting us together, helping us up when we're down.
Coach McCune is a very well-rounded person. He does a great job with helping everyone and bringing all of us together. It's a pleasure to play for him.
He gives us our confidence. He just helps us a lot. He goes through play by play. He takes his time on us to make sure we get things right.
He pushes us to be better as players, and he really cares, and you can tell that he does.
This is my 18th season as the varsity head coach here at Dakota. Once you get close to November, it's like Christmas for a coach, you know. I want to use a lot of what I've used with my past teams. We've been in this situation many times and before with a young team. I'm really looking forward to seeing where we can go and how far we can take this.
Everybody wants to beat Dakota, so it's huge to be a Dakota Cougar. It's great.
It means a lot. It means dedication, discipline. It takes everything.
When I say I'm a Dakota Cougar, it's very honorable.
It means a lot because my sister used to play here, and now I'm on varsity too. It's just nice representing the team.
It's an honor, to be honest with you. I love what I do. We have great administrators here that have been very supportive of our program. The teaching staff is awesome. They do a great job with our kids.
Education is more important than anything, though. It really gets you there and get you really far.
Can't say enough good things about it.
Only one change to this year's MAC Red as Port Huron Northern moves down to the white after a 1-9 record in MAC Red play. They are replaced with back-to-back Matt White champions Lance Cruz North, who is a perfect 20-0 over the last two seasons in league play. The Crusaders will join Dakota, Eisenhower, Port Huron, Grosse Pointe North, and Grosse Pointe South in what should be an absolutely loaded MAC Red division. Dakota's game against Eisenhower on January 11th will air right here on CVC-TV, as will the contest against LCN on January 19th and Grosse Pointe South January 31st. The Cougars will look to contend again in the MAC Red as they hope to carry over momentum from last season. We now turn our attention to the boys' game in Chippewa Valley. The Big Reds finished last year's campaign 16-7. Their 7-3 record in league play was good enough for a co-share of the league title with rivals Dakota. Chippewa went on to capture a district championship with a thrilling victory over Utica in the semifinals and a blowout 18-point win against the Lancers of Lance Cruz in the district title game. A 9-point loss in the first round of regionals to Dakota ended the run for the Big Reds. We hear now from head coach Corey Smith and a few members of this year's squad as they look to once again contend in the Macomb Area Conference's top league.
We had a real successful year last year. We brought back a lot of guys, 2-3-year starters.
We had a bunch of seniors, you know, that led us. Devin Lilly, he's a great player. I think we were a really good team. We played very well together.
The culture that group built in this program is going to be something that stays for a long period of time.
Everybody was connected. Everybody knew their role. We had a lot of scoring. We had good D.
A lot of team chemistry. Coach led us, you know, told us how to do it, and we did it.
Had a couple chances to win the MAC Red outright. Were unable to do it. Had to share it. Dakota did a great job coming on late.
We went to the regionals. We ended up losing, but we had a pretty good season.
Dakota all year was kind of our kryptonite. Their size was just a little too much for us. But, you know, we had some guys step up. Last year was one of the most enjoyable years I've ever had coaching.
that team set the expectations for this year, so we just got to repeat.
Like I said, we had a great season last season, so we're just looking to do it again, actually be better.
What we're trying to drill in, build here, is that, last 2 years isn't a fluke. That this team is going to compete for MAC Red titles year in, year out. This team's going to compete for district and regionals year in and year out.
Those last 3 games, we had a chance to win it. We didn't have to share it, but it gets rough, and you really got to dig deep.
We have a whole bunch of 6'2", 6'3" guys who can move. So we didn't have that last year. With that comes finding the right mix. You don't walk in the gym and out-athlete anybody at this level. You really got to prep yourself. We have guys who can play, but they have to figure out the right plays. So, we can mold them into what they could be, which is long, athletic, switchable. It could be a real fun year. It's so hard to win the MAC Red. You have to be prepared every day you walk into the gym to play one of them. It doesn't matter if you're playing the first place or last place team. If you're not ready, you're gonna lose.
Definitely tough. We had shared it with Dakota last year. We're looking to just be us at the top this year.
I think until somebody proves differently, Dakota's always the team to beat. I don't know what their number of consecutive MAC Red titles is, but it's more than one. Certainly Grosse Pointe South, they bring back a lot. L'Anse Creuse North had a bunch of young players last year. They're growing. I think Stevenson's one of the best coached teams in all of MAC. And, Roseville's a wild card. I know they lost some guys, but those guys play hard and they compete. And so, that's what makes the MAC Red so special.
You really got to go after it. So, maybe we'll be able to get it done this year. Coach, he's amazing. He's so smart. I think if we listen to him, we could for surely win the MAC Red this season.
Coach Smith, he's a really good coach. I really like him. I think he's really good at making us think. He's good at fixing our form. He can scout players pretty good. He gets us prepared for the game pretty well.
Isaiah Jaliffe came into the program last year. He transferred in. Our culture's a lot different, but he came in, bought right into the program. As soon as we got his roll down, he embraced it, ran with it. He's here every morning at 5:30 all year. Getting in that extra 300-400 shots. Now we're getting 7-8 guys every morning for optional workouts. It's completely optional. I don't make them, but they're seeing what he's doing, and now they're following suit. So it's pretty special to see. Jordan Wright came up to us last year, so we brought him up to see how he did, and he just thrived. He's a special player. And, I told him, literally, these are my words to him yesterday in practice. I said, if you could just see you the way I see you and how good you are, you would immediately get better. And so, that's kind of one of our big things, is getting him to see how good he already is.
To be a Big Red means a lot. I love it here. I love my teammates. I love my coach. I love the atmosphere. I'm just ready to play, have a great season.
Be prideful what you do. Never take breaks, never take shortcuts.
This program means a lot to me. I grew up, in the district. My dad started taking me to games in the early 90s. All I wanted to do from the time I was 8, 9 years old was play basketball at Chippewa Valley. Fast forward 8 years later, I was lucky to win a couple MAC Red titles, go to college, come back, and I worked with Coach Voss, and that was a great experience to come back and coach with the man who coached me and mentor. When he retired, to step into those shoes, those are big shoes to fill. It's pretty special for me. Now early 90s to now, we're talking almost 30 years that I've been a part. I got a young family. If it was any other program but this one, I don't think I would coach. But this has just got a special place in my heart.
No changes to the MAC Red for the next 2 years, as Chippewa Valley will once again compete with the Dakota Cougars, Roseville Panthers, L'Anse Creuse North Crusaders, Grosse Pointe South Blue Devils, and Sterling Heights Stevenson Titans for a league title. And you can catch your Big Reds in action throughout the new year, including their scheduled games against Dakota on January 6th and 24th, as well as matchups with Roseville on January 18th and Utica on February 10th. A reminder that all of our sports content can be viewed on YouTube via the Chippewa Valley Sports page. Please subscribe so you can receive notification of when we add new content. We close the show with the Dakota Cougars, who capped off a stellar season with a 16-8 record. As mentioned earlier, they co-shared the MAC Red title with Chippewa Valley. The Cougars also beat the rivals in the first round of regionals before falling victim to the eventual state champions De La Salle in the regional finals. Quite a few key pieces are back for head coach Paul Tocco as Dakota hopes to win their 4th straight league title.
Last year, I think we had a pretty good season. We won the MAC, like we're expected to do every year.
We did, I thought, a lot of good things throughout the year. I thought we got better and better as the year went on.
We had a great year. We went all the way to regional final.
You know, got knocked off by the state champs. So, I mean, in a lot of ways, it was a successful season.
We had a lot of seniors on the team, Tamais, Gabe Sturkai, LJ, and Dre. A lot of leaders on the team.
You know, we worked hard for each other.
It was a great team, but I know this year we got to step it up with the seniors. This year we're a little young on the playing time experience, but I think we're going to have a great year.
Obviously, that's our goal again, is to win a red and win a district and try to get into that regional and be competitive and win a regional.
Expectations are really just getting after it, you know, coming together as a team, you know, focusing in on defense.
This year's team, we just want to come in. We all talk about playing defense hard. We want to play like the old Pistons, play like the bad boys. So we want to have the great defensive mentality and just shut everybody down.
Just playing well as a team, playing really aggressive. We got a lot of size and strength, so just being physical.
And the expectations are always high. This is Dakota. We have high expectations that we're going to play well. We definitely know that the red division is not going to be easy. It's going to be tough. We're trying to get better defensively and take every day as it comes.
Everybody in the MAC Red comes out and competes every game. Everybody wants to win. Everybody in the MAC's good. Anybody can beat anybody. So you got to take practice 100%, play as a team.
I think that I've said this every year. We do, I think, more than most in the offseason. We do a lot of open gyms. We do a lot of off-season training.
It's just going to take defense and locking in with each other and just having each other's backs. If we do that, I feel like we could beat anybody.
You know, Grosse Pointe South's athletic, Chippewa's athletic, L'Anse Creuse North is athletic, Roseville. I mean, it just goes on and on. There's some good teams in the MAC Red. You have to be prepared defensively every single night. You have to defend the home court. After you win on the home court, you got to steal some on the road, obviously. It's very important you play well on the road. Owen's a big guard that can play forward, even center if we need him to. He's 6'4". We got decent-sized guards with Calvin, and, you know, we got good size. So it's just a matter of those guys going to take advantage of their size on the court. And with size, obviously, you got to still be able to move your feet and play defense. VJ is a point guard that got some experience last year that hopefully can be our main ball handler. Owen's been a player in our varsity team for 3 years. As a sophomore, he came in. So we're looking for him to be our leader, hopefully on the court and off the court. And then Calvin, I think a lot of the MAC Red knows he can shoot the ball. If he can bring that to the table and play tough defense like he usually does.
Coach Tocco, he's a really great guy. He brings a lot of energy.
Coach Tocco's a great coach. He expects a lot from us.
I like Coach's intensity. He always gets on us or not slacking. You know, he doesn't want us to slack because he's big on us staying in shape and go 100% all the time.
Always staying together, keeping our composure when adversity hits, and always play as a team.
He loves us and he cares about us and wants us to get it done. I'm proud to be a Cougar, you know. It means a lot, you know. It's one of the biggest schools in Michigan.
You know, I think it means the world to me, honestly. It's the funnest experience I ever had in my life so far, playing sports here at Dakota.
The culture here is great, the community is great, fans great, schooling's great, teachers great. It's a great school and all. There's nothing you can complain about.
Oh, it's an honor. I've loved it since the day I took over. With my family, we've been part of this program for a long time. I think we're going into our 12th year here. It means a lot. There's a lot of pride. There's a lot of expectations. You know, we really, we love it. So we're proud to be here.
Once a Cougar, always a Cougar. Go Cougars.
Along with the 2 rivalry games with Chippewa Valley, you will also be able to see Dakota take on league foe Roseville on January 10th. The Cougars will square off with Grosse Pointe South Blue Devils on February 7th and will host a crossover game with L'Anse Creuse on February 9th. It should be another exciting season of basketball for all 4 of our programs here in the Chippewa Valley School District. We wish them good luck this year. A big thank you to all of the coaches and athletic directors at Chippewa Valley and Dakota for full access to their practices. We look forward to bringing you the action all season long right here on Chippewa Valley Cable Television. For our entire talented CVC-TV crew, I'm Brad Fetters. Thanks for watching.